Hello everyone and welcome back to Valorant Challenges Oceania. My name is Atlas and today we have BOBO versus Edge. It's going to be a pretty cool game to watch, I imagine. I believe this is to qualify into the playoffs, so a pretty big game on our hands today. We're going to be starting off here on Ascent, which is, I believe, Edge's map pick. They are starting on the attack side. And we can see they're locking in a deadlock cypher comp. This is one that I'm quite a fan of. It's started over in American servers, I believe. I think Turtle Troop has been paving the way with this comp, shall we say. Whereas on the other side of things, BOBO sticking to the tried and true Ascent classic. So we'll have to see what they can do. As we load into the lobby, it's map 1. I believe I saw a quick message in the chat. Okay, we're all good. But as we have loaded into this game, like I said, it's going to be BOBO on the defense. And we'll have Edge on the attack. So let's get into the game. So obviously, playing this deadlock comp, it'll be interesting to see how they can make it work. And interestingly enough, even though the map of Ascent does tend to lean towards the defender side pretty often, every time I've seen this deadlock comp be played, or any deadlock comp for that matter, it has always tended to go towards the attack. So we'll see what Edge can get done here. This is going to start off with a slow mid and A default. Good 0 point to hold them back. Just get some info as Crunchy. It's just going to be trying to hold on to tree, pushed back by the paranoia. Now with the dark cover in his face, he's going to send the flash drive out, but it won't connect onto anyone. Exos, though, peeking forward, will get that first kill. Second as well as Muzz getting one onto main, playing behind the dice. This has not gone super well for the side of Edge here. In fact, it's looking like a flawless round. Kaderi, the only one left here. He takes down Mike at mid. Big job still ahead of him. 1v4 and he's sent packing all the way over to the B site. The trip still standing, so he knows no one's pushed out. Of course, still gotta be worried about those defenders on site. Still gotta be worried about everyone that could be mid anywhere, honestly. Hasn't really cleared out too much. Spy cam for some quick info, but that should be heard. And that mid door is eventually gonna get destroyed. Maybe Kaderi looking for a quick pick. Crunchy's the first one to peek. Had his knife out for a second there.
30 seconds left.
Now, some spam through the wall off the back of that recon bolt. Fork will get the kill. And interestingly enough, yeah, I thought it was pronounced Zork. But I was asking him in the pre-game lobby, and he's told me that it's French and pronounced fork. I'm not too sure if I believe him. I did put it into Google Translate, and it didn't seem to think it was French. It actually, apparently, came out as Bulgarian, and I believe it translated to grandfather, if I remember correctly. So, I don't know if he's trolling me on that one or not, but he said pronounce it fork, so, you know what, we'll continue going on with that. I'll do my best to respect the players' wishes. Whatever they tell me to pronounce their names, I'll go with it. So, we'll continue calling him fork, whether it's right or not. Anyways. Anti-eco here. That's a good start for Mike. Just the player with the sheriff. Of course, some sheriffs forced up here on the side of Edge, so weaponry that can deal some damage here, but will be BOBO to get the first blood, and not even with any of their heavy weaponry, just that sheriff. Mike getting an excellent headshot there to get the first blood on the round. So good start here. Now, slowing things down once again. Exos on the other side of the map. It's picked up. Ezo. So unlucky there. Mike's gotten another one.
Last player standing.
Make that 3 is... Suddenly it's Lubit. The only one left in this round for Edge. This is just an eco round. Despite having forced up sheriffs though. So not getting any is going to be a little bit rough. But you're not expected to win this round, so it's okay at the end of the day. They'll be going into their gun round now. Of course, we might be seeing a few bits of light shields. One SMG pulled out from Mark II. besides that, guns online, this is where we expect them to start making a little bit more of a go at things. Pistol rounds, fickle things. They can go either way. With that being said, still very important part of the game. And I'm sure BOBO are going to be happy with the start to the map. Cut, a bonus conversion would be all the sweeter. Once again, starting towards some A pressure. No 0 point for info this time. In fact, it's a quite a large stack over towards the B site. Barrel drone just to clear some space. Guys are here. Looking for some info. But Exhaust is holding this angle, so if they peek into him, that's an outlaw that can deal some damage against some of these players with those light shields. Definitely a dangerous one, and even if it doesn't kill, it can deal a lot of damage. 140 already going through, but Kaderi peeking out. Does manage to convert. So that's the first blood going the way of Edge. It's a good start here. And now looking to posture towards this A hit. Smoke to block off that sightline and tree. They're going to be going straight in. Mark 2 looking to make first contact. It's actually going to be that fragment grenade. He only had the 10 HP left. So now they fight onto the site. And Lubit is getting to the Omen player. Clean with it. Barrier mesh to hold back these retakers in heaven. And that's a tough one to get through. That barrier mesh has a ton of health. As I say that. Orc's got Nikhil just spamming onto Jen. A little bit of a lucky headshot, maybe. Now we're seeing plenty of bullets being expended here just to try and break down that first bit of that barrier mesh. Has a hip, peeking forward. Choosing to fall back. Just play the numbers. Fork's got another one. Hopping on top of Jen. Down to a 1v1. But Kaderi wins it out. The Cypher sitting in hell. Holding it down for Edge. This is not going to be a bonus converted. Got awfully close there, Kaderi. I believe getting down all the way to, I don't know, pretty low HP at least. So definitely an interesting one. I'm sure Edge gonna be happy that they at least scraped through that round, especially considering Mark 2 came into it with a Spectre. But of course, having lost 4 rifles, money is tight. You can see 4 light shields across the board and a Bulldog. The other side of things. First gun round for BOBO. I'm sure they'll be wanting to fight back into that. I think that was a bit of a whiff shot dart there. You can see Fork looking for a bit of a spam through this wall with the Guardian, the high penetration weapon. I'm going to find anything though. Once again, just a slow start. We're seeing little bits of map control taken every round. Once again, starting towards A. As Edge quite happy to just sit here slowly. There isn't any one way to contest, but there was a smoke in their face, interestingly enough. Now we should see a little bit of a lineup coming out. Barrier mesh over the top. That's going to go into tree. Block off any of those rotators coming in through that door. Of course, doesn't stop them from shooting through, so still got to invest that smoke to keep them off. So it does look like they want to attack in towards this A site. Maybe reconsidering though, after hearing all that spam. Azo just collecting that orb, getting the annihilation online. Kaderi, Scotland one just swinging out mid with his teammates. Now that neural theft, that's a big ult. That's going to reveal all these positions of BOBO. Now the annihilation invested. Won't connect onto Exhaust. Just escaping. Just. As Muzz is holding down the site. Playing here by Dice. Not much time left on the round here. This spike is going to be planted eventually, and Muzz shuts it down. A 3k on the round for the Omen player. The IGL, I believe, of BOBO. Great anchoring from these players of BOBO to hold on to that. Maybe a little bit unfortunate for Edge not being able to convert there. It's going to send them down to an eco, and it's also 2 ults invested. The Annihilation and the Neural Theft. Here's on the other side of things. Looking at the ultimate economy. BOBO pretty close to some big ones. The Blade Storms locked down from the shadows.
Cover going out.
Some big impact ults that should be coming online pretty soon. So we're on to round 5 here. Like I said, just an eco round, so can't expect to see too much. And once again, just an early A main presence. Interesting from BOBO that they're not fighting over this too much. They are putting that smoke down just to try and deny that space, but not really putting any bodies behind it. So it is giving Edge that ult orb control pretty early on. And they're going to be farming right back up to another annihilation, I would imagine. If you can hit that, it is a free kill. You never turn down one of those. But for now, just slowly creeping forward. Just with these sheriffs. Sheriffs, pistols. What can they do here, Edge? This is your map pick. You gotta make something happen. It's gonna be a fast take of mid, and that's a whiffed barrier mesh. I don't think they wanted to stick it up there on top of that wall. I don't think that's gonna be blocking anyone off. Now they look to be attacking into tree, and that's the spike spam down. Muzz managing to get 2 through that smoke. Exhaust. 2 more of his own. Eventually traded here by Kaza. Who's gonna get a second hit? Spots out the KO. Trying to get that plant money, but Crunchy not allowing it. Chasing them down, and well, 2 kills going the way of Edge at the end of the day. Shouldn't matter too much for BOBO. Their economy is looking just fine, especially with the blade storms here. I think. Oh, it's actually gonna be an operator buy. And of course, with the blade storms in the pocket, if you get into a bit of a sticky situation, you can always bring those out. Knives, go for a little bit of an updraft play or something. And talking about updrafts, I think Mark II might have just accidentally used his. Yeah, it's not there. It's not there anymore. And I don't imagine that was intentional. Maybe just a bit of a misclick. Now some Odin spam through the wall. Mark II spammed all the way down to 45 HP. Wouldn't take many more bullets to drop him. Odin can deal a lot of damage. Choking the shock darts. He's so low. And what does he gain? Just some space and B main.
Here.
It's on the other side of the map. We're seeing Muzz finally contesting this one way, making sure that no players are through. And Exhaust, he's got the first blood. The operator, sounding out across the map. Here comes the hit. Just running out of B main here. Spam, Mike will get one. There's now the Hunter's Fury. Invested onto the site. Trying to find Fork. Kaza will get it. Muzz has teleported into the back site. He's going to try and hold on to this. Some spam through the box. Knows that there's someone there. But can't quite connect. But with that spam, his position is revealed. But Muzz is holding on to this. Holding on to Boathouse. As Kaderi, last player left. He's gotten the first. This will be a 1v2 clutch. He taps onto the spike once again. He should have heard that flash drive. He knows that this player is close. He sneaks up towards snares. Shots Crunchy, but unfortunately, the shots will not go his way. Kaderi denied the clutch. And it's a 5th round for BOBO. Yeah, things falling a little bit flat here for Edge. Forced down to another eco round. Forcing up Sheriffs and Light Shields here. To be honest, I don't think we've quite seen, you know, that Deadlock and Cypher come to full fruition here in these rounds so far. This comp very much excels once you have the site under your grasp. Once you can play that post plant, then things tend to go pretty well. They just haven't been able to manipulate these rotations of BOBO. It's not quite playing the map to their advantage just yet. So here they are creeping forward mid. Once again, Alarm Bot will trigger this bit of a trap play. Flash drive. Mike and his teammate Crunchy swing off the back of it. And they want more. Fighting forward. Crunchy picks up another.
One enemy remaining.
This is quite swiftly shut down by BOBO. So Kaderi, the only player remaining, spammed down to fairly low HP. Now spotted out. Information revealed. Position known. And all 5 players of BOBO chasing him down. Fork will finish him off. So that's 6 rounds here for BOBO. So a good start here on Ascent. Pretty classic defender side being played here. Standard stuff with this composition. And yeah. Things going well so far.
Turn out.
Of course, This is Edge's map pick, so maybe a little bit of cause for concern seeing this run of rounds from BOBO. Still plenty of time though left in this half to try and recover things, get a few more rounds on the board before moving into the defense. That's a good start. Crunchy getting a little bit proactive. Over peeking a little bit. Ends up getting his head taken off. But Exhaust and Fork on the other side of the map. They've picked up 2 kills. The Hunter's Fury and the Operator. Getting tons of value here, and, well, Azo's secured some space in A main off the back of Crunchy's push, but, I mean, this hit should be heard. Once again, the barrier mesh comes out.
Exactly where you are.
Sound sensor to hold onto this flank, and the neural theft too, so lots to be invested here, but just spam through the smoke. This is crazy. That's a 3rd one going the way of Azo. That's some crazy stuff that we're seeing here. Didn't expect to see 3 players just die over in A main just because of spam. But Azo has a lot to do, and Exhaust dropping off the back of the paranoia. The shorty in his face will convert the kill and the round for BOBO. But yeah, this is just kind of spiraling out of control here for Edge. They're not able to get these sights, and they're definitely having some trouble dealing with this Operator of Exhaust. So what can they do? They already are guaranteed the lead in this half, BOBO. 7 rounds against just the 1.
Get out of my way.
So, I mean, Edge back to another eco. This is likely going to be 8 unless they can make some magic in this round. With Mark II's knives out, I imagine he'll want to be doing just that. Peeking forward, Exhaust takes him down. That Operator, not denied. Just keeps on finding so much value. It seems that wherever Edge go, Exhaust is waiting, arms wide open. He gets so much value from it. Here we see Azo once again just looking to fight into this A site. His teammates routing through a tree. Seen it a few times, but they just have never really quite gotten on site. This round they will finally get this bomb down. But it is only an eco. And it's also down to just the 2v4, sorry. One rifle in the hands of Kaza. He's looking to fight forward, but Mike just immediately takes him out. Leaving Azo in this 1v4 with the Sheriff, and he's not going to be able to make anything happen. 8 rounds now for BOBO. And Edge, it's looking rough.
Swarm grenade out.
So yeah, I mean, so far, I imagine this is definitely not the hope, not the vision that Edge had picking into Ascent here. And so yeah, it's, I mean, you got to be able to put a few more rounds up, hoping for, I mean, I guess the ideal would be to get 4, secure the last few rounds that are remaining here on Ascent on this first half. But with Exhaust just continuing to find so much value, Kaza swinging out with the picked up Operator. It's not working. Exhaust too good, hitting all his shots. Not even pressured, he's making it look easy. And for Edge now in this 5v3, I mean, what do you do? Do you just save, play for the next round? Still a whole minute left in the round. Try and make something happen. And they're definitely trying over an A main, but nothing really being given to them. Let's see. Oh, that's a missed jump. And Exhaust has found another one. Kidari falling. Don't know if he was pushing that smoke, or if Exhaust was the one to push out, but he's looking for more. Going to sneak his way into some Brosa, and I mean, the other players of BOBO on the A site should know that the last remaining players of Edge were towards A main. You can see it. Exhaust creeping forward. Lubert is holding for him though. Aware that they could be this flank, but Exhaust gets the kill. He's on for the ace now. Azo, the only player left in this round. He's gotten the first, but Exus will not be denied the ace. He will bring his team up to 9 rounds here. 16 kills here so far. I mean, this is quite honestly just an outclassing so far. And I mean, it's a rough comparison to make, but I feel like it has to be said that for Edge, Mark II does not have a single kill yet on Jet attacker side. And I mean, I'm not super familiar with either of these teams, but I know for a fact on any given team, you do hope for your duelist to be your star player to try and set them up to get them those entries, but it's just not been happening so far. Once again, an early start towards the A site, and it's quickly denied. So now, Lubit here, looking to pick up the pieces in A main, and he's spammed down.
Shadows traveling.
I feel like the side of BOBO is well aware that this last hit is probably going to be going towards here. It's Mark II. It's finally gotten a kill here, which is good, but Exhaust is still alive, Crunchy as well. As the site hit is stopped. Secured by BOBO.
Last round in the
Yeah,
half.
I mean, I barely even know what to say. I mean, Edge, they're not even really showing much presence anywhere else. It's... They kind of just been hard red here. Always running into a brick wall no matter where they're going.
Placing alarm bot.
Exhaust, so many kills under his belt. I mean, I'd be interested to see how many are First Bloods as well. If things keep on continuing as they have been, I imagine it won't be long till we find out. So now their operator position swapped over towards the B site. So Exhaust is going to be taking this first peek. He spotted one. The shot going to be going wide. 2 operators. But now with the knives popped, it's going to be looking for more. Sees that sound sensor placed. So we should be destroying it. Maybe not. Just opt in to fall back and hold the line with the operator. His Edge is going to reconsider. Move towards mid. Move towards tree once again. They've gone here so many times. They haven't been able to make it work, but this time there's not really any one side. This time they've done a full pivot, but the players of BOBO, they're already here and they're spamming through these smokes, getting so much damage across. But eventually the spike will make its way onto the site, will get planted, but a lockdown immediately in response to push them back, and it's so quickly cleaned up by BOBO. This is an 11-1 half on Edge's map pick. Absolutely insane stuff from BOBO. Not breaking a sweat here on Ascent.
Placing swarm grenade.
Flawless in that last round. Almost flawless in the half. As literally the only thing holding them between a 12-0 half and what we're seeing now was a 1v1 clutch. Where Kaderi won it out with barely any HP. Yeah, Exhaust doing God's work here for his team, and I imagine he's not going to be wanting to slow down here on the attacker side either.
Here.
So, now that we've swapped sides, and I mean, like I've been saying, this is Edge's map pick, so maybe they have some crazy defense, but I don't know. From what I've seen from this comp in the past, I was watching a lot of it over on American servers, because I myself, I will say, I've picked up the Deadlock to be playing in ranked, and I was quite intrigued when I saw it get played over in NA challenges, and I was looking at how the teams like Turtle Troop play it, and they've always been so successful on their attacker side, and it really just didn't work out here for Edge. So I'm a little bit worried that they might not be able to get it done here on their defense. And I mean, part of that is just the form that BOBO are in right now. They're doing incredible stuff here as Exhaust dashing onto site, will run straight into a trip, and Lubit will convert on the kill. Looking to hold on to the site. They have denied the hit. Sending the team of BOBO running, but there is some space here. The B site is empty, so they will be able to get this bomb down if they go fast. But Crunchy's looking to peek forward, looking to get ahead of things. Will spot Azo and choose to fall back. Peeking out, holding that off angle. He will be rewarded with a second one. Spots a third. And just spamming through that smoke. Make it 3 on the round. Fork likely going to be peeking out of this one. He knows the player is there, and he will convert on it. 12-1 here for BOBO. They will not be denied this map by the look of things. They're making a quick run of it. Yeah, this is absolutely insane for BOBO here. Looking crisp with the shots, crisp with the game plan. And Edge, maybe you're just gonna write this one off as unlucky. I feel like when you're getting crushed like this, maybe a little bit easier to get over it than like a close loss on your map pick. So at least they'll be able to say, okay, maybe the plan didn't work. It's okay, we'll go next. Have a good go of things on Lotus, which is the next map coming up here after this game, after this map of Ascent. But before we get that, we will have to see what can be done here. If BOBO can close it out here on their anti-eco. Or if Edge can hold us in this game for just a little while longer. Exhaust creeping down mid. Looking for some stray players. Looking for any peeks out of place. Not going to be seeing anything just yet. Kaza jump peeking. Okay, now his position's known. He will fall back. The rest of BOBO looking to make some pressure over towards Tree. But now rejoining Exhaust. This is going to be a big explode through this market area. And Exhaust doesn't quite fully clear that angle. Traded well by Fork.
30 seconds
Crunchy
left.
bails his team out. That fight going the way of BOBO at the end of the day. The better weaponry will bring them on towards the B site. As this bomb will go down and left in a 2v3 here. This is the do or die round. And what can Mark 2 do? Spammed through this wall. I didn't even realize you could wallbang that. Looked like a pretty thick wall, but apparently not. So what can Mark 2 do?
Player standing.
Absolutely nothing. Mike takes him out of the round. All the hopes on Ascent. Absolutely crushed by BOBO. Looking dominant here as Kaderi cannot do anything. 13-1. An absolute outclassing here on Ascent. As, yeah, I mean, I don't know if there's much more to say. Other than Edge maybe took a little bit of a gamble here playing this Deadlock Cypher comp on Ascent. But tried and true BOBO's comp. And just the team, absolutely stunning stuff. Managed to take it over the line. 13-1. Well, I say take it over the line as if it was close, but like, it's more like they absolutely smoked them in the race if there was one. So, we'll see what will happen next map. It is going to be BOBO's pick of Lotus. We'll be right back after a short break. We're going to be slowly creeping out. Dasani here should be making first contact as the wall drops. Snaps onto Regen and another beautiful shot. Catching onto Cats. The third one in the round. Two players, both of these are low. Both would fall to one bullet as Water takes them down. 2 body shots, 2 kills. They choose to contact into him. This could be dangerous, but Doctor's looking the wrong way. Finally turns at just the right moment, takes down August. Now sliding out through the screens with the stinger. The run and gun action, like I said. Look to the side. Shinobu's been taken down, overwhelmed by the utility from Zupa. Downtail though. 2 wonderful shots and a third. Taken down. Massive effort on the site by Downtail. Opting to go for the information with the Owl Drone instead, but Dasani, 2 crisp shots from the flank. Will convert the round for Zoogang, and it will be 6-6 at the half. Immediately popping the run back, and they're going straight through. Yeah, and Water should see this. The first found, a second, the spray transfer, peeking around the corner and finding a third. Water finding a ton of value off of the ultimate. Jim's been waiting here, extremely patient, now starting to move, and the timing is bad for him, as Yuji does manage to take him down, peeking forward with the util in hand. You go for a little bit more. This is still a 2v4, so not favored, but actually just ahead of the team. And now the showstopper for Dasani is going to be chasing them back. Won't connect, but now a 2v3. This is a more winnable situation than a 2v5. Also doesn't change that that's where it came from. Rossi over the top Dasani, plucks him out of the sky. Now position known. The grab net comes out, but it connects onto herself. Oh no. A little bit of a whiff from Dynasty in this 1v2, but they connect! How on earth have they done that? The spray transfer! Snappy with it, Dynasty wins the 1v2. Absolutely insane stuff after the absolute whiffing of that deadlock utility. Should hear the player rotating in from mid, and that should be a free kill. Rossi the first to fall. And now UG peeking forward, finds a second off the stun and a third. Really well played from UG. He just creeped all the way forward, heard the players, and they were just completely unaware. Second shot, the third, extremely clean. Brutal crossfire to get there, Spada bang. I think he was spotted, the knife might come out, 75 damage, but he comes back in. No way! Sure he's hungry for that ace. Haven't seen any just yet today, but I mean, he's peeking out, he gets 4, and he gets the ace. Dasani. Wary that there could be someone close. The Nightfall's going to be invested as well as potentially this lockdown. Doesn't connect on 20, but they didn't realize that Dasani was in the corner. He takes down 3. Dasani is taking his team over the line. Your winners for today will be XG. Hello and welcome back to Valorant Challenges Oceania. My name is Atlas, and this is a game to qualify a team into the playoffs here in Split 2. It's BOBO versus Edge, and it was quite a dominant map 1 on Ascent. BOBO taking it 13-1, almost a flawless map. So now we move here into Lotus, which is BOBO's map pick. So we'll see what they can do. Whereas on the side of Edge, I'm sure they'll have to have had quite the mental reset coming back into map 2. But with a 13-1, I imagine it's alright to say the plan didn't work. We weren't playing all good. Let's just move forward. And yeah, I feel like it's just easier to get over a sort of crushing map like that than it is a close loss. So yeah, we'll see what they can do here. But yeah, going into it, it's going to be, once again, Edge starting on the attack. As, yeah, let's see what they can do here. So I just need to quickly make sure my overlay is all good. I think we are golden. Let me check.
Time out.
So I'll just quickly send someone a message. Alright, well, we're in. Okay. So, like I was saying, it's going to be BOBO on defense and Edge on the attack. So we'll see if Edge can make a slightly better go of things here on Lotus. It's going to be a quick hit towards Mount here for the pistol round. Very fast take. Now the snakebite at their feet. They're just going to wait it out and send the Trailblazer in. Try and push these defenders back, as they are going into this round with pace, bringing the fight straight to them. But Mike has gotten two already with the Sheriff and bouncing around as Kaza eventually dropped, but traded by Azo. Now left, the only one here, 1v3, but Crunchy's having none of it. The pistol once again going the way of BOBO. So that's not the start that Edge would have wanted, I imagine. As we have just had a disconnect from Lubit, so we will be pausing the match timer just for now while we wait for him to come back in. But I mean, while we wait for that, I mean, let's have a look at the comps. We're playing a Raise Neon here for Edge, so another more unconventional comp, but not unheard of here. Solo Initiator of Sky, which is definitely an interesting decision. It's one that, you know, the solo Sky, ever since the Sky nerfs, has fallen out of favor from a lot of teams. But, on the side of, Edge, not Edge, BOBO, getting things mixed up. Bit more of a normal comp. This is, I believe, the sort of meta that has fallen into place here for Lotus. Quite a few teams. It's playing double controller, Fade for Initiator, Raise Duelist, and Killjoy. Now, with this tech pause extending out, we might have to go back. Oh, I was going to say we might have to go to a break screen, but Lubit has just reconnected, so we might not have to be going anywhere. As we should be getting confirmation any second now that we're all good to start once again. As, yeah, we should be fine here. Nope, nope, they're gone again. Okay, well, nope, they're back. Okay, this is quite the predicament we're finding ourselves in. Definitely not the start to a map that Edge would have wanted with one of their players going in and out of the game. I'm just gonna give it a few more seconds. Looks like we have some movement from him, so we won't be going into any tech pause screens today. Hopefully not, at least. As he has loaded in. Players are ready, so that timer is gonna start moving any second now.
Here. Here.
As, yep. Oh, no. I was gonna say, there it goes, but, it has not started yet. There we go. Sticking down once again. Bit of an awkward start to the map, but no problem at all. Now in this anti-eco, Edge not really bringing too much into it. Kidari investing into a Sheriff.
Here.
And on the other side of things, there is an Outlaw in the hands of Exa, who is so good with his sniper rifles. On Ascent, we'll see if he can get anything done with it. Yeah. Once again, it's just going to be a fast C hit, but Noz and Mike side by side.
Down, C.
quickly shut this one down. There, he does get one.
One enemy
But
remaining.
Mike, oh my gosh, with the classic, bringing it straight to them and peeking out of the smoke. That's a 4K. And the site locked down by Mike. And it is just eco frags, but I mean, impressive all the same. And we've got to respect that confidence to pull out the classic there, take the fight. Knew that there was a player coming in to try and get that
One
trade.
enemy remaining.
So well played by Mike. Was doing excellent on Ascent, carrying through his performance here onto Lotus. And this is a player that's been known in the Oceania region for being very, very strong on the Sentinel role. He's showing it here. Absolutely locking down the C site. Once again, early mound pressure from Edge. Hopefully we'll be able to see maybe a few more layers on their attack here. On Ascent, things did kind of fall a little bit flat once we were a few rounds in. Just saw more of the same. Many failed attempted splits onto the A site through tree. But with 3 sites to go into on Lotus, a few more options perhaps. So hopefully we'll be able to see a few more different looks from them. This early aggression has brought some of these rotates over towards the C site. If they choose to go fast here, there is only the one player defending A, one player holding onto tree. It's going to be Quark. A good haunt to reveal some of these positions. With the door being opened, it's actually going to be a pivot once again. And look at this. Look where Lubin has gotten. He's gotten all the way onto the C fight just for free. As Edge have played this so well, given themselves a free site hit here. And against a bonus, that's exactly what you want. You can get that good plant full mound. It's exactly what they'll do. So they'll try and then hold on to this. Oh, maybe a little bit out of place there for Lubit with that smoke fading. All good, he stays alive. Down to 50 HP though. Mike looking to start off this retake, but Kaderi is actually going to find first blood here. It's Mike forced to pick up a Guardian. Out of bullets from the Vandal. Now he will be going back into this. As Kaderi is holding on back here on backside. See if he can get any more here. He has the overdrive if he wants to invest it. He has gotten a third on the round though, and that is a bonus denied by Edge. So this is a good start. But then again, we said that there over on Ascent where Edge were able to convert their anti-bonus round. But then they proceeded to lose 11 rounds in a row. So, I'm sure they would want to avoid that, shall we say, here in Ascent. Not Ascent, Lotus. I'm getting my maps mixed up. But, yeah, being able to convert this gun round here would be absolutely incredible. And we can see Kaderi hasn't bought a gun, and that's because he's got that overdrive. I'm sure he'll be wanting to put that to good use. Especially with the neon buffs coming out tomorrow, I believe. If he can stay alive, I mean, of course, he will have another game on Friday, even if they do lose. No team is being eliminated just yet. But if he can display some prowess on the neon here, could be causes for fear from other teams. There's a few good neon players in our region. Doctor is one that comes to mind. We'll see what Kaderi can do. So once again, just that early mound pressure. Viper and Killjoy here for the side of BOBO, stationed over towards the C site. That's a lot of stopping power between those two agents. Got the snake bite, and Mike can always fall back and use that lockdown, try and force a flood retake if this does end up going towards the C site. And unfortunately, Lubit has disconnected again. Nothing has happened in this round just yet, so maybe potentially stalling this out a little bit longer. Crunchy has gotten the first blood, but is traded. But with that door still rotating, 2 more kills go the way of BOBO. Even Edge in an unfavorable spot, especially with that flank coming out. It's Kaza now the only player remaining, and Fork will take him down. As we will probably have to go for another tech pause, as Lubit will have to be reconnecting into this lobby once again, maybe having some Wi-Fi PC issues. So,
Placing alarm bot.
unfortunate.
Placing swarm grenade.
As, well, I was saying that it would be good if Edge could convert that round there. Things don't quite go their way, especially with the player disconnecting in the middle of the round. It's definitely going to make things a lot harder for you.
Placing swarm grenade.
But at the same time, it's also the same round where things started to go awry for them on Ascent. And I'm not quite implying that, you know, they're going to lose the next 11 rounds, but, you know, being able to deny that economy growth by winning that first gun round is pretty important. Due to being unable to, they are going to be going back down to an eco round. So, still waiting for Lubit to properly reconnect here. I believe he is in, seeing some movement, so hopefully we're all good. We'll have to see though. See, player's probably just verifying that he should be okay. The ready call does come out. So we should be getting back into things. As, yep, the match timer has started once again. See what the plan is. This eco round. And I'm a big fan of some pretty crazy stuff on ecos. It looks like it might be to just send it down B and push into CT potentially. You can see those pings on the minimap up towards Heaven and Link. So the plan might be speed here, and I like that. No one on the B site to hold it. Of course, it's a 3-site map. Pivots can be quick. And B is a site that can be flood retaken pretty easily. Zezo running through off the back of that flash, and now the overdrive. Seeing it come out finally for Kaderi, and he wants to fight. Joining his team on site eventually. Is he? Yeah, he is going to find the first one. Crunchy though, he's not going to be denied as he slides into the arms of Mike. As the lockdown, it is invested against this eco round, and well, that's some rough shots there from Azo. Gonna be leaving Lubit in a 1v3. Only had pistol. He's not gonna be able to do much with it. It's up to 4 now for BOBO. I definitely hope that this isn't gonna get away from them. I would like to see, you know, some competitive edge here from Edge. Pun not intended. Probably sounded like it did. But, yeah, I'd love to see competitive games here in our region of OCE. It's a small region, and the more competitive these games can be, you know, it shows that there's some development in our region. And we have seen some banger games recently. But over here, it looks like BOBO is holding this upper hand quite securely. Now with guns online, once again. We'll see what Edge can do. See if they can recover this. Maybe get a few more rounds here on Lotus. But they are having some problems pushing in towards A. That Odin, definitely something to be a little bit scared of. Those high penetration weapons able to do so much damage. So Trailblazer invested just to clear out some space on B. So maybe some question marks as to where Edge are heading. See, Prowler invested to try and re-clear some of the space, but they're still not buying it. They still are calling this bluff that these players could still be towards A, and they would be correct as well. Spike, along with 3 other players, slowly working their way up here. So yeah, it's just a slow creep up. With the smoke, it's gonna go down eventually, and I imagine that will be the go signal for this team of Edge, and there it is. Seeker's popped, position revealed, and Lubit converts onto Exert. He's fighting forward now off the back of the neural theft. Crunchy peeking out of the smoke, takes down one, traded by Azo eventually, and finally the site has been opened up. The spike gonna go down. It's Kaderi. Wants to get a little bit proactive here in Heaven, and he spots out Mike, but Mike wins the fight and dropping down into this drop area. Manages to get a second one onto Azo. And how on earth has Mike 2 managed to get that one with a classic? Now in a 1v1 against Noz. Noz is just sticking onto the spike. Half converted, but Mark 2 wins it out. The 1v2 clutch ends up getting a second round. here for Edge. That's what we needed to see. A hero moment, even if it is that, needed to see something. And I mean, that flying right click around the corner, that was... I mean, I don't know how that happened, but... Then just that 1v1 against Muzz. It's well played to get half, and then jump off and try and take that 1v1. But it is Mark II who ends up winning it out. So this is a better start here. Now, some A-main aggression. This is bread and butter of this map. Haven't seen too much of it just yet. But this round, gonna be trying to claim this map control for the defender side. A little bit of a different showing to what we've seen so far. Where's Edge? Happy to concede the space and just move in towards the B site. They will have to deal with players coming in from Link if they do choose to invest more utility to try and take over that B site. They have drawn out a smoke, but no players committed into this, so they want to go back and re-clear rubble. But there's 3 people from BOBO here waiting. We'll see if they can make anything out of this exhaust. Stunned up by that relay bolt, but still looking to fight as so many players are revealed here. And Fork spams them all down, and Exhaust finishes it off. Absolutely locked out of this round are Edge. Great util from BOBO to make sure that it gets converted. I mean, what a great haunt. Right as those players of Edge were trying to fight through into rubble. Allows some quick spam kills and Exhaust finishes off. Flawless round. And it will put BOBO straight back into things. And for Edge, straight back in the pressure seat where now they're left in a situation where they've forced up a Bulldog. The Hero Rifle, but even then, barely that. It's a Bulldog, not a Vandal or a Phantom. They want to be fighting in towards a Nightfall to hold these players back. BOBO may be feeling that this is an eco round, so it is likely to be fast, and they would be right. It's the pivot into B through Link. Azo's gotten one with that right click, but the rest of the players not able to do much. It's Kaderi left with the Sheriff. 1v4. Muzz shuts it down. So this is a rough watch so far. I mean, I want to see Edge start doing well. I can't help but root for them. Hope that they can bring this a little bit closer, but BOBO are just looking too clean here. They fight aggression with aggression of their own in that round. Likely keeping their eye on the economy, knowing that that was going to be fast. Happy to invest the ults against the ecos. And every time they have, it has worked out for them. And because of it, they are able to just continue cycling their ults. This round, Kaderi's made a good start of things. That's the first found. The showstopper won't catch on to anyone, but lots of space gained. Mark II sending it all the way up into stairs. Looking for this 1v1 against Exhaust. He will find it. We will convert. It's Crunchy left on the site. Caught out of position by Kaza. Is this a round that is looking good so far for Edge? Eventually they will win this fight if they keep going for it. Now on a post plant, 4v2. They have to hold it. This is a great way to start building up their economy. If they can win this cleanly, not drop too many more rifles, they might still have a go in this half. Let's see what Muzz can do. Looking to creep all the way into tree. That Toxin Cloud is going to go down eventually as Muzz peeks through it, gets the kill. And that's a second as well, but Kaderi will eventually finish off. 2 players still standing for Edge. So, I mean, it's not incredibly clean, but a round nonetheless. The more they can put up, the better they're feeling about this half. Of course. I mean, I kind of state the obvious there, but, you know, anything's better than what's happened over on Ascent. They've already managed to triple the score. They have to get that ball moving. Can't just be one round every now and then. They have to start stringing some together if they want to make this close. This is attack side as well, where you're playing a double duelist comp. You don't have that Viper on the defense to try and stop those hits. So this round, it's going to be a fast one in towards the B site. And Azo has found the first blood. He's the one carrying the spike, and he's going all the way into C.
Player standing.
Straight into Muzz.
Spike down.
What?
C.
How's that happened? They had the B site. Why didn't they commit? And now the spike's down in defender territory. What can Lubit do here? It's a 1v3. I mean, I barely even know what happened there. I was just looking at what Azo was doing. Completely just ditching his team. Looking for more off the back of his first blood. Thought it was going well, but maybe a little bit too eager to fight there as Edge denied another round. Denied that string of rounds, as I was saying. As this is rough. They're back down to an eco because, like I said, none of these rounds have been clean. They've put up 3, which is more than they got of Ascent, but if it's not clean, all it takes is 1 win against them, and they're straight back down to an eco round. Now Kaderi forcing up a Hera rifle in this round. See if he can do anything with it. Is once again just fast presence shown on B, but it is just the Neon doing that fake. It's Crunchy. He's holding on to rubble here. It is just against ecos. He's found 2, looking for a 3rd. Won't find it. Azo will eventually take him down, but Exhaust is here and waiting. Flashed up. Azo peeks around. Unable to get the 180. But just getting that 1 kill should be enough. As I say that, Kaderi, a man with the Hera rifle in this round, has a 1v1 secured here if Mike peeks out. But Kaderi, okay, Mike will convert. I was worried there for a second that Kaderi might be caught with his knife out. Did have the gun, but maybe just not ready for that fight. Not quite holding the right position with that crosshair. Yeah, this is just still a little bit rough here around the edges for... I keep on saying... I don't normally use the word edge this much, but I guess it's just casting the team that's called edge. You start to bring out all those phrases that have it in it.
Go, go, go.
I swear I'm not doing this intentionally, but... I mean...
Here we go.
Yeah, we'll see what Edge can do in this round. As here's the overdrive from Kaderi. Looking for a fast fight once again. Those laser fingers, a good trade secured. There's more players here. A second to be found. As that stun's going to come out and give his team another one. It's a good way to start off this final round in this half. Looking to get at least 4 rounds on the board. So Neural Theft as well will reveal where Mike is playing. And the lockdown will be denied with Mark II pushing up into heaven. So now the final player of Noz remaining. The Showstopper spotting him out and Mark II finishing off the kill. So it will be 8-4 going into the second half.
Switching sides.
So, I mean, it's doable, a lot more doable than it was on Ascent. 8-4, very, very different story to 11-1. So we'll see if they can make anything happen here. So with this double duelist comp on defense though, imagine their solution to this map of Lotus will be to take some space proactively. On a 3 bomb site map, it is something that you do have to do regardless of the comp. You do have to get control somewhere to try and min-max that map control. Because once you do have that control under your belt, I mean, you can start rotating players over to the other side, and that's just tends to be how these maps work. And with these 2 duelist players, Raze and a Neon, you'll hope that they will be able to do some of that. See it here over towards Mound. Just jump spotting, waiting for Kelza to pop the paranoia off the back of anyone spotted. But the players of BOBO are heading over towards the A site. There's a trip here to try and hold on to this. Mark II holding the paint shells. Chooses to chuck them out into tree off the back of that door being opened. As this is Edge's chance to try and finally claim a pistol round. Fork's gotten 2. Good job from Edge to try and keep them in this. It's a great stun.
Spike down A.
Will reward Mark II with another kill and peeking forward into Mike, the only player remaining in this. What can he do? He has the Sheriff. With that slide out from Kaderi. Finally a pistol round 1. And Edge finally able to do it. The first pistol round they've won in this series today. Mike unable to get it done. And I mean, he's been excellent so far. You can see he's already at the top of the scoreboard here for BOBO. But yeah, just unable to win the 1v3 when there's a neon player sliding into you. You'd have to have some very, very precise mechanics to be able to hit a shot like that. And I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot more plays like that after the neon buffs come in later this week, like I was mentioning. So I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing some neons. Lots of fun to watch.
Gotta go.
Is here the first anti-eco round that Edge have really had this whole series, honestly. Mark 2. That's an outlaw kill. The first time we're really seeing him get a sniper online, I believe he might have forced off an operator at one point on attack side on Ascent. But here on defense is where the weapons really do tend to shine in these long range fights. And he's rewarded with a first blood.
Watching here.
The rest of the team of BOBO, though, are creeping forward onto C. There's no one here. Just Lubit. But these trips aren't really placed for slow creep ups. But with this better weaponry, he's going to hope that he can find some kills. A lot of damage going through and a greatly placed paranoia. He's going to reward Lubit with a free one. Peeking forward. Fourth will eventually take him out. But the space is filled by Kaza and Kaderi sliding in. The anti-eco is clean. They do convert. And that's what we wanted to see from this team. We needed to see it. If they wanted any chance in this. And this is the closest the score has ever been. 8-6.
Gun here.
So definitely not out of things yet. They could still take us to a third map. But they have to stay strong. And a bonus would be a great way to do it. Especially considering Mark II having that outlaw from last round. There's a few players that will have light shields here. Actually, with Exhaust choosing to choose the Guardian, he will have heavy shield. So it is just Mike and Crunchy. But, as I was saying, the Outlaw, still plenty of damage that can be dealt. But, I imagine that was a haunt just to push back these players as, well, a lot of aggression shown from Edge here, pushing all the way into this lobby area. Mark II has fallen over on C, so now the rotates to go back and have a crack at this retake. It is just a bonus round, so you're not expected to win it. Just try and cause as much damage as you can, and if you do manage to squeak it out, it's just a cherry on top. But they're definitely not favored here. Worse weaponry and at a numbers disadvantage. Edge have so much space to re-clear here. Very, very aware that there could be lurks. The longer they take to re-clear that, the less time they have to actually go ahead with this retake. So you can hear that spike. It's already going into another phase of ticking. His Exhaust is going to start off this hold well. Louis does get one, but Kaderi's just going to play for some exits. He will be rewarded. Getting one closer to that overdrive, sliding out. Does fall to the spike. And that's a decent bonus, all things considered, removing 3 guns from the hands of BOBO. So it makes this next coming gun round all the more important, because if you can win it, you're sending down your opponents to an eco round. You can see Mike, Huzok, sorry, having the Bulldog as well as... Oh, no, he's gotten heavy shields. I think they might have swapped a weapon around or something. No, going back down to a Guardian. Lots of economic decisions to be made. The lovely parts of Valorant talking about the money. So they have managed to put together a buy here, of course, having won that last round. So this is an important one here. His Edge starting off with A main aggression once again. Immediately rotating these duelist players over towards the C site. But that Nightfall has revealed a lot of information that there was no one on site. So this is a free one. That's the only piece of utility, really, that they had to invest. With some well-placed spam. Kaderi is all the way down to 3 HP, eventually trading Mark II's death. But 3 HP, that's not a lot to start off this retake. Even if it is even numbers, Nas has creeped all the way up. The Lurking Viper. Mazo can't do anything against him as well, and you can see the dark cover sent out by his teammate to try and hold on to this position. The defenders, they know they have to clear him, and that's well done to do so. Spike's actually been planted on B. So they have another flank to be worried about that's creeped all the way up through C. But if they can get this one going fast, they might not have to worry. But unfortunately, they can't break the crossfire of BOBO.
Don't stress if I
So unfortunately, they won't be converting that round. It will be Edge that's going down to an eco round. So unlucky there. So yeah, I mean, it's a close one, but just unable to squeak it out. And now that BOBO are up to double digits, what can they do? Once again, A main aggression shown. Using that relay bolt to try and hold those players back, but then immediately running the Neon over to the C site. I believe that's what the game plan is at the moment. There's a lot of players here for BOBO, but no one on site. Interestingly enough, it's going to be a little bit of a contact reclear of B. Maybe even thinking about opening that door, but the overdrive's popped and Mike immediately removes it from the round. Derry not able to get anything done here. And it's a bold play to go for. If there was players there, maybe something could have happened, but unfortunately, Mike was holding for it off the back of his Killjoy turret. So now BOBO is going to speed things up, getting towards this A site, and that's a good start from Muzz. Taking down that breakable player towards that link area. Azo though holding strong with the Sheriff.
One enemy remaining.
But yeah, won't be able to do anything more against Muzz. As all of these anti-ecos converted fairly easily for the side of BOBO. Not having any issues against the Sheriffs in the slightest. Now that Edge have managed to get the guns, the rifles on the line, what can they do here? So if you lose this one, then your opponents are getting up to match point. And your buy won't be looking too good. So this is the most important round that they'll have to be playing most likely. And once again, it's A main aggression and it's paid off. Kaderi with the first. Mark II creeping forward, looking for a little bit more. The players of BOBO have fallen back. Unrelenting aggression here. Mark II getting ahead of everything. And isn't going to get spotted by that boombot either. But Exhaust is aware that it could be another proactive push. Wouldn't be the first time that Edge have gone for it. And you can see it's Kaderi opening that door.
I have the spike.
Unfortunately going to get taken out. Now the Viper's Pit. So much here on the line.
Spike planted.
This is for that spot in playoffs. And BOBO, they're looking good. Exhaust continues to be absolutely a menace in this game.
There.
Now down to a 2v2. This is doable for Edge. They're going to have to start getting a move on through this Viper's Pit. So hard to retake. Azo, now his footsteps are heard. Exhaust should know that he's here. But with that neural theft, that's Noz's position revealed. But Exhaust knows that these players are low. And a good nade banked onto that, but it will miss. So now he just has to spam, but he gets it done. Lubit just trying to hold down that defuse.
Match point.
But unfortunately for him, it's planted in a spot that Exhaust can get those taps off. And it will be a round converted, bringing BOBO up to match point. And like I was saying in that round, this is for playoffs. You win this one, you're in. And BOBO looking primed and ready to do it. And of course, for Edge, even if they do, you know, lose out here, they still have another game left on Friday to play. Of course, I'm sure they'd like to try and make things a little bit closer here. But I'm not gonna lie, it's looking rough here. BOBO came to play today. And with one round separating them from the playoffs, I'm sure they will not be letting off the steam. As Muzz has creeped all the way forward on A. Now a free site. The rest of the team was on the way. Not a single retaker, even close. You can see Muzz once more creeping all the way forward into defender spawn. Exhaust He's taking out the flank too, and Lubit's position should be known. This is probably it here for the side of BOBO, as they are looking for these defenders. They know that they have to make a move on, so they are just trying to fight forward, even with the bomb planted on the A site. Exhaust wants this. He knows where Kaderi is, takes him out, and it's all down to Kaza. The last player cannot get it done. BOBO are going to playoffs. They will be your winners today. As unfortunately, Edge are just unable to get anything done here. Their map pick, they were absolutely crushed by BOBO. And here on Ascent, on Lotus, sorry, weren't able to do much more. A little bit of a better go at things. Kaderi, you can see on the scoreboard, topping it, had a good performance, but the rest of the team just not quite able to put up the same numbers. So BOBO will be your winners for today. 2-0, a quick one, but we'll see what they can do moving forward in the playoffs. And for Edge, one more chance to try and make it through on Friday. But for now, we will be going for a short break. We'll see if we can organize an interview. If not, it's all good. I will let you guys know in the chat. But for now, unfortunately for Edge, it will be a loss today. And for BOBO, going into playoffs, we'll see if we can get an interview. We'll be right back. We're going to be slowly creeping out. Dasani here should be making first contact as the wall drops. Snaps onto Regen, and another beautiful shot. Catching onto Cats. The third one in the round. Two players, both of these are low. Both would fall to one bullet as Water takes them down. 2 body shots, 2 kills. They choose to contact into him. This could be dangerous, but Doctor's looking the wrong way. Finally turns at just the right moment, takes down August. Now sliding out through the screens with the stinger. The run and gun action, like I said. Look to the side, Shinobu's been taken down, overwhelmed by the utility from Zupa. Downtail though, 2 wonderful shots and a third. Taken down, massive effort on the site by Downtail. Opting to go for the information for the Owl Drone instead, but Dasani, 2 crisp shots from the flank. Will convert the round for Zhugang, and it will be 6-6 at the half. Immediately popping the run back, and they're going straight through. And Water should see this. The first found, a second, the spray transfer, peeking around the corner and finding a third. Water finding a ton of value off of the ultimate. Jin's been waiting here, extremely patient, now starting to move, and the timing is bad for him, as Yuji does manage to take him down, peeking forward with the util in hand. You go for a little bit more. This is still a 2v4, so not favored, but actually just ahead of the team, and now the showstopper for Dasani is going to be chasing them back. Won't connect, but now a 2v3. This is a more winnable situation than a 2v5. Also doesn't change that that's where it came from. Rossi over the top, Dasani plucks him out of the sky. Now position known, the grab net comes out, but it connects onto herself. Oh no. A little bit of a whiff from Dynasty, and it's 1v2, but they connect! How on earth have they done that? The spray transfer, Snappy with it, Dynasty wins the 1v2. Absolutely insane stuff after the absolute whiffing of that deadlock utility. Should hear the player rotating in from mid, and that should be a free kill. Rossi the first to fall, and now Yuji peeking forward, finds a second off the stun and a third. Really well played from Yuji. He just creeped all the way forward, heard the players, and they were just completely unaware. Second shot, the third, extremely clean. Brutal crossfire to get there, Spada bang. I think he was spotted, the knife might come out, 75 damage, but he comes back in. No way! Sure he's hungry for that ace. Haven't seen any just yet today, but I mean, he's peeking out, he gets 4, and he gets the ace. Dasani. Wary that there could be someone close. The Nightfall's going to be invested as well as potentially this lockdown. Doesn't connect on 20, but they didn't realize that Dasani was in the corner. He takes down 3. Dasani is taking his team over the line. Your winners for today will be XG. Alright, hello everyone, welcome back for the post-match interview. I'm here with Muzz, the coach slash sub player for BOBO, and yeah, how are you feeling after that quick 2-0?
We're feeling great right now. We're qualified for playoffs, and then hopefully we can show what we can do inside the playoffs. So, get that Tokyo spot.
Yeah, I mean, it would be pretty crazy if you guys could go to Ascension. Do you think you guys can do it up against some of the bigger hitters in this region?
100%. Like, we've made plenty of mistakes, but again, those mistakes are really fixable. And you know what? At the same time, let's give credit where it's due. Edge played a good game, even though they probably didn't get the result they wanted. As a mate, I really want them to go through to the next round, and I think they will, which is a good thing.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, talking about Edge, did you guys expect to see that Deadlock Cypher comp coming out on Ascent?
Yeah, we did, as we saw their last match, and they're playing the exact same comp, so we did expect it.
Yeah, and I mean, you guys definitely, clearly had some sort of game plan. It definitely worked, whatever it was, because, I mean, it was pretty dominant there. 13-1 is quite the scoreline.
Yeah, we just got plenty of sharpshooters, smart players. It's just a combination of the both really came out tonight. It was a great result to see.
Yeah, totally. So with that being said, you're off to playoffs next. So is there any team that you would particularly want to go against for your first, playoffs game?
Focus. Let's go drill those bots.
You think you can take on Focus?
100%.
Awesome. Well, I'll love to see it. Is there anything else you'd like to say before we finish off the interview?
No, that's all right. Thanks for the stream, and thanks for supporting our region, as always.
No problem at all. It's been a pleasure. So everyone, it's going to be BOBO going off into the playoffs, so we'll see them play a few more games, I would hope, over there. And for Edge, we'll see them on Friday. But thanks for tuning in. Thank you for Muzz for joining me in this interview, and I'll see you guys later.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. Awesome. And we're done.